All right, ads are done. I don't have my camera on my guitar. I'm such unprofessional. You didn't see this. Close your eyes. This one's off too. All right. As I said yesterday, I didn't play this morning because I had a gig. I played this morning, so because I am such a consummate professional and I cannot let down my adoring fans, playing again tonight, but I'm playing the same set list I played this morning at the Portland Saturday Market, so I hope you enjoy it, and if you don't, the heck with you. Here's Folks on Fire. To that stage, unknowing how it might go. Suddenly I started to play. My nervousness was apropos. It seemed like 20 minutes passed while I fumbled through those first three notes. International broadcast. So I blinked and smiled and cleared my throat. Then a voice inside me raged unconfused. Light these folks on fire. Lay your bones on the line. Leave this world inspired. It's time to fly. I just walked off of that stage where the last 58 years go. It's been 15 since I even played. My nostalgia is apropos. It only seems like 20 minutes past since I tried to set the world afloat. Here I am at the end at last, sitting alone in a tiny boat. But the voice inside remains unconfused. Light these folks on fire. Lay your bones on the line. Leave this world inspired. it's time to fly. Light these folks on fire. Lay your bones on the line. Leave this world inspired, and you'll never die. Light these folks on fire. Lay your bones on the line. Leave this world inspired. It's time to fly. Now, in the live show, I actually flew off the stage after I did that, but I don't have the setup for that here. But when you can't fly, a great alternative sometimes is you gotta let the other guy drive. I amuse myself. We're all born on a road trip, from day one until the end of the line. And whether or not you like it, you're not on this trip alone. You're riding with the other guy. And you might not agree on much, bickering and irk most of the time. And amidst all of the fighting, you think you know just where to go. But sometimes you gotta let the other guy drive. You want to go east, he wants to go west. Take it as a chance to get some rest. Trust he's gonna get you there alive. But if not, why would you close your eyes? Sit back and take in the sights. Sometimes you gotta let the other guy drive. Love the world you're in, but it's not in your control most of the time. Love isn't always pretty, but the tough times make it grow. And the same goes for the other guy. You want to go north, he wants to go south. The unknown is what this life is all about. You never know what surprises that you'll find when you let go and open up your mind. This is literally the ride of your life. And sometimes you gotta let the other guy drive. It's gonna be fine, you'll always get to drive again. The other guy's stop is just up there around the bend. Happiness can come even when you give in some time. let the other guy drive. I really never get tired of that song. I think it's a good one. And so is this one, also a long song title. 4 words, 5 syllables. It's a tough pill to swallow. That's some really strong coffee. Exactly what I need at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, evening, whatever it is. I guess it's evening if it's after 10 o'clock. How could I know you were preying upon the first thing that came along? I was sure of his love by the day you were gone. Maybe that's not much. Thinking maybe if I played you a song, you'd open up your trust. Behind these walls was where you belong, just part in the dust. I'm telling you, you left based solely on lies. It's a tough pill to swallow. It's worse than if you had died. I can't make sense of it all, no. It's torture watching you move on. My heart won't stop its longing for you. Dropped pick. I'm trying now to make sense that you're gone, but it seems so freaking rushed. It seems like only a second beyond the moment we first touched. It's gotta be you left based solely on lies. It's a tough pill to swallow. It's worse than if you had died. I can't make sense of it all, no. It's torture watching you move on. My heart won't stop its longing for you. Based solely on lies, it's a tough pill to swallow. You left based solely on lies, it's a tough pill to swallow. It's worse than if you had died. I can't make sense of it all, no. It's torture watching you move on. My heart won't stop its longing for you. She said afternoon most of the day this time. Well, dang it. Tell her to be consistent. I can't reference her oddities if her oddities are inconsistent. Though I guess I could reference the inconsistency of her oddities. Which sounds like a euphemism. I don't know what it is. Anyway, the next song. I'm amazed I didn't drop a pick this morning because my fingers were pretty chilly. It wasn't that cold. It was like maybe 50, but it was down by the water, and so it's kind of semi-damp air, and your fingers moving like weirdly. The wind of my hands moving. You'd think get your blood moving, but man, my fingers were freezing. But I didn't drop a pick. Save that for that song. Anyway, here is the song I'm currently recording. Like, not at the moment, but like, you know what I mean. It thinks that's a sex-based term. Oh, I know how that goes. Fingers in the wind. This bot's got a dirty mind. All right, here is Dear Love. Oh, now, yeah. I'm gonna start the song 10 times before I. Surprisingly, this one went over really well this morning. You know, I think it's a good song, but it just seems like one of those songs that kind of only means something to me, but maybe they just thought it was pretty, but they liked it. Dear love, how are things going by now? I just hope that you can read this. Sugar, you're all that I ever think about. Dear love, if you're reading what I'm writing right now, I wish the time would fly and I could hold you forever somehow. Dear love, I wanna have forever right now, 'cause I can't hardly stand it, waiting for our Friday nights to come around. P.S. I love you always. Changed the strings on my guitar last night. I actually got ahead of myself. I went ahead and recorded the Bear. I was going to record that after I changed strings, but I just decided to go ahead and record it. But last night I wanted to record the guitar for this, or for Dear Love, so I changed them last night. Plus I had the gig today, so I recorded that last night, and you know, it's the same kind of, but the arrangement's very different. The drums and I don't know. It's going to be really good. It really is turning out nice. But the arrangement is a little bit different than how I do it acoustically. But that's just kind of the nature of having other instruments. I try to have the most of the songs have like fresh strings, blessing and a curse for a bit. Yeah, I've gotten pretty decent. Welcome in, by the way. Good to see you. I've gotten pretty good at making sure I get them nice and stretched before I play. But yeah, you get like 3 days and they're always dead after 3 days. Not dead, but they lose that luster. And frankly, I can't even record the luster. Like they sounded better. Like the recording's good, but I don't know. I just can't get that finger gunk. I've tried wiping the strings and everything. They just always lose that beautiful that. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's just a buzz on there. But anyway, I got that song recorded. It's just totally get it. Yeah, I don't really mind it personally, but for recording, I really can't use more than like 3 or 4 week old strings because they're too dead, especially with the capo. The capo really flattens the sound. So yeah, I played a gig this morning, so I'm just playing through my set list again just to make sure I always get my stream in. Here is Every Time I Go to Sleep. Every time I go to sleep, I dream of you. It's a shame sleeping forever, babe, but we'll believe in you. It's incredibly deep, believe me, you. Every time I go to sleep, I dream of you. When I start thinking about you, I can't breathe. You defy any flaw about you I could conceive. You make me speak so uneloquently. You're the reason I give up caffeine. And every time I go to sleep, I dream of you. It's a shame sleeping forever, babe, but we believe in you. It's incredibly deep, believe me, you. Every time I go to sleep, I dream of you. You contradict me so well that I agree, and walk away never feeling so complete. Even though sometimes my mind gets moments free, it's filled with thoughts about you in between. And every time I go to sleep, I dream of you. It's a shame sleeping forever, babe, but we'll believe in you. It's incredibly deep, believe me, you. Every time I go to sleep, I dream of you. Disbelief, so naive, I conceive drowsily. And every time I go to sleep, I dream of you. It's a shame sleeping forever, babe, but we'll believe in you. It's incredibly deep, believe me, you. Every time I go to sleep, I dream of you. I dream of you. I dream. Not even windy, but my fingers are cold just walking. I don't know what I'm laughing at. You're pretty close to Chicago out there. Chicago, the windy city. The wind is... Well, you said it's not windy. I don't know. It's not windy, it's Saturday. Makes sense. Da-da-doo. Trace the shadows fades before the evening comes. Take it away. Or maybe change the window's place and try to squeeze a little time out of the day. Da-da-doo, da-da-doo. Or maybe change the widow's fate so that her grieving doesn't even start that way. Da-da-doo, da-da-doo. Jazz chord. Put it back where you found it, just so you don't think about it. Da-da-doo. Random, I forget it. You play guitar, right? I would assume, just based on the way you mentioned how strings strings are, it sounded like a guitar player's way of. Whoops! I forgot to turn it. I do. You recall? Nice. Something in my brain is still connected. It's amazing. Do you do acoustic or electric or both or? Here is our photographs. Both? What kind of stuff? I can't talk and play. Sing and play. Barely play and play. I caught your eye and slithered on by. I wish that part of me would die. The months are flying, so many have gone by. It's already been longer than we survived. Still look at our photographs. Remember sweet sounds. Ooh, I can still feel it down. Ooh, who am I gonna be now? It's still a surprise, day and night, when you and me pop into my mind. You left me behind, wondering why, living a life my grief belies. Still look at our photographs. Remember your sweet sounds. Ooh, I can still feel it down. Ooh, who am I gonna be now? Who am I gonna be now? Caught your eye slithered on by. I love this song. Honestly, your falsetto is really nice. Thank you. I always called that a falsetto as well, but I took some voice lessons last year, and it's now no longer clear to me what the difference is between head voice and falsetto, and I'm pretty convinced that there's not a difference. Because the definition changes no matter who you talk to. The closest thing I can get that seems consistent is like falsetto is a more breathy version of head voice. I don't know. No one has ever really shown me what it is. But anyway, thank you. That was the hardest song for me to sing this morning. The sound this morning was amazing. I've never played. I have to edit the videos and pictures a little bit because my son took them and they're like, it's almost like he was trying to take bad pictures. I shouldn't say that. I don't want to make him feel bad, but they're not. I have to touch them up because it's hard to see me. It's like a black stage and like whatever. But the sound was phenomenal. But I noticed that song, I need to practice it standing up because breathing when you're standing up is a little bit different, and it takes a lot of consistent breath to hit those notes. And I could hear myself, but I didn't have monitors. And that one, I'm constantly doing micro adjustments on falsettos. So anyway, it still turned out fine. But I couldn't believe how good the sound was there this morning. I was really happy with it. I wanted it always to sound that good. This one I actually got. The audience was pretty engaged this morning. Like sometimes it's hard to get people to respond. I think a lot of it though is sound. Sometimes you think they can hear you and they can't, so they're just sitting there like, "What did he say?" And you're like, "Why is no one answering me?" But it was really good this morning. But I asked people in the crowd, how many people had heard of a Ford Pinto, and a couple of people raised their hand. And I said, how many of you have ever owned a Ford Pinto? And then fewer raised their hands, and I was like, how many of you is a Pinto your favorite car? And then it just got a bunch of chuckles. And I was like, so there you have it. I said, this is probably the only positive song ever written about a Ford Pinto. But it's me. It's hard to get a song. Well, you're not actually you're working, but also you weren't as far as I know, you weren't in the crowd this morning. I recall first hearing that on the Spotify playthrough, and it was wild. Wow, that's a high compliment. Falsetto or not, it fits really good. Thank you. I really do like that one. I love that recording too. It just felt like it really turned out nice. Yeah, wowed is a pretty high compliment. All right, here's Skizzle Man on the drums. Here's 78 Pinto. This one sounds a lot better with new strings. That little thing right there really stands out. I met you 15 years ago when I pulled up to the theater in my green and white 78 Pinto. I knew you were something special, and though I showed no sign of potential, you invited me to see a show. I didn't know a movie could be that good. We're eating the strawberries in the cold while we listen to the rain hit the roof of our 78 Pinto. We didn't drive anywhere special, it's just you and me nestled near this rundown theater we know. How can any other story be this good? Suddenly our kids are nearly grown, and the oldest one is asking me to fix up that 78 Pinto. We both have reasons that that's special. His gaze is reverential, and I can't wait till we make that engine go. How can a story that's true be so good? Now all of our grandbabies call us old. If they only knew how it started in a green and white 78 Pinto. Who could have known it was that special? And I'll keep that confidential. There are memories there I'll never outgrow. What can I say? Life's been good. Sales 78 Pinto skyrocket after 40 years, 50 years. Wow, it's almost 50. Well, I should know. I'm a 79 Cumulus, and I'm also almost 50, so, which is insane to think about. Whatever. Tell you what I think about age. Here comes an epic segue. Put it that way. I don't need you, but you're all I want. Although I seem to be nonchalant, my thoughts never ready, my palms always sweaty around you. Butterflies in my belly can barely hold myself steady now too. Say what I mean. Your eyes, they beam something I can't look enough into. I don't need you, but you're all I want. My thoughts never ready, my palms always sweaty around you. Butterflies in my belly can barely hold myself steady now too. Say what I mean. Your eyes, they beam something I can't look enough into. I don't need you, but you're all I want. Although I seem to be nonchalant, I don't need you, but you're all I want. Although I seem to be nonchalant. Very chalant. Thank you. Seem to be all extra chalant. It's the most chalant I've been since, I don't know. I can't figure out what to finish that with. I wonder what that root means. could be like chaleur. So like heating, like very like cool, nonchalant. Because I mean, kind of works that way. I don't know. Probably doesn't come from that, but it's a good theory. All right. Casual. Yeah, like aloof. Yeah. I'm just wondering if it's the same, like caliente, chaleur, calor. I don't know. Chalant is a French word meaning to matter. Sachal just didn't really become part of English. Like it's. Well, chalant would mean mattering. It must be chalet. I don't remember ever encountering that word. I don't think it's used super often. Not that I have like crazy exposure to French, but quite a bit. Anywho, here's a song about Windsor Castle. This song should be up on Spotify next week sometime, I hope. Stop him here, it's the end of the road. No passage left, though so much was not that long ago. And I cannot believe my eyes. No sadness and no hope or piety. I'm laughing less, even though I wasn't trying to be. But I cannot believe my eyes. Colorful fire on Windsor. Colorful fire on Windsor. Stop him here, it's the end of the road. I'm laughing less, even though I wasn't trying to be. But I cannot believe my eyes. He just stood there staring at the wall, hoping not to find out that the world growing colder, and screaming silently he sank into the mystery he saw, trying to hold it once before it got away. And I cannot believe my eyes. Colorful fire on Windsor. Colorful fire on Windsor. Colorful fire on Windsor. Colorful fire on Windsor. Not enough French to shut on. Well, it's funny. So that the equivalent word would be mattering. So that's like what you just said sounds like not enough French to mattering. That so the ANT at the end of French words is kind of their equivalent of a gerund, or like that present participle. It's funny reading it that way, though. I figured it wouldn't be easy in French. Well, the actual verb, like the equivalent of to matter, would be chaler, probably CHALER. But I've really never heard that word that I can think of. It's every day. This one was surprisingly well received this morning too. A lot of people were listening. Little girl dancing. It's funny watching her do her. I never seem to find the words I need for you, because you've moved all of your things into my soul. Can't even find my thoughts like I used to do. Set my heart spinning out of control, but I'll give it a go. Every day I wanna savor you, say to you how I favor you. Every day I wanna wake to you, beg for you, ache for you. I know some days I take for granted what you do, but it's because you've made yourself part of the whole. I should stop to recognize you like I used to do, when you set my heart spinning out of control. So I want you to know, every day I wanna savor you, say to you how I favor you. Every day I wanna wake to you, beg for you, ache for you. Dum-da-da-da-dee. Every day I wanna savor you, say to you how I favor you. Every day I wanna wake to you, beg for you, ache for you. It took a lot of strength and concentration to not say bake a cake for you in there. The thought popped into my head and I'm like, go away, go away. And I've spent so much concentration trying to make it go away that I almost lost my place in the song. And then all I could think was bake a cake, bake a cake. So I'm thinking bake a cake and singing beg for you. Ah, man. But that's true, it's fun. Now this one, this morning, I don't think they liked as well. It's kind of a guitar nerd question. What strings are you using? I don't actually know the brand. I bought them on juststrings.com, and I bought them, it's their bulk strings. And this is a baritone guitar, so they're, I'm actually looking at them now. I've got them, I should post a picture. I think they're 12s through 54. So 12, yeah, and I go up 8 every single one except for the last two. So I go 12, 20, 28, 36, and then I jump to 46 and 54. And I accidentally bought for the 5th string what would be the B string, so the F sharp for this tuning, light to medium gauge. Yeah, I watched Rick Beato. I always thought I liked heavy gauge strings, and I kind of do, but I was noticing especially with it, like I used to do like a 70, almost 70 for this low string, and I had to fret really, really hard to get it to make the right note. But then because it's so heavy, I'm bending the string so much, the intonation was really off. So it both made it easier on my hand to play, and to fret without or to keep it in tune. But then I've also was watching those Rick Beato videos, and they talk about how string gauge is kind of misunderstood, and they were showing like modern electric players use like 8s on their high E, which is insane to me. But they played some stuff, and it sounded at least as good, but probably better, because I think you get more micro vibrations in light gauge strings. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I've always preferred heavy strings, but I think I just thought that liking heavy strings made you a better guitar player. I don't know. I do have big hands and strong hands, and they're easy for me to play, and I thought the tone was there, but I don't know. I'm happy with these. I don't really like that wound 5th string, but it's okay. You kind of get used to it. It just you get more string noise from the wound one up there. That's all. Yeah. So this song's basically borderline metal. So they didn't hate it this morning, but they weren't as into this one. But it was also one of the first times I played it. Actually, it's the first time I've ever played it in a live setting, and just a couple of times here on the stream. This is the song whose chorus came to me in a dream at a post-apocalyptic like market on top of a bunch of buildings. This dude was singing it in my dream, the chorus. Here is The Last Dance. For you I always danced alone. Fine with me if no one had ever known. Then I found myself losing all control, giving in to the nonchalance you showed. There's that word again. Letting go. The place you took me, I couldn't comprehend. Couldn't even dream that it would ever end. Then I found myself losing all control, giving in to a pain I never thought I'd know. I gotta let you go. And here I am to remember the last dance. And here I am to remember the last dance. finding myself losing all control. When will it end, this pain I never thought I'd know? I'll never let you go. And here I am to remember the last dance. And here I am to block a bot, to remember the last dance. And here I am to remember the last dance. And here I am to remember the last dance. Dark chords, yeah. I really like this chord, or that shape. It's, I don't know what, so. An add 9 chord, I guess? Yeah, it's an add 9. I've been using it a lot lately, but hitting that chord on this guitar, I mean, it's a pretty wide spread there, and I got to grip it fairly hard, even with these lighter strings. It causes this muscle right here on my hand to swell up, and it doesn't seem to improve its stamina no matter how many times I play it. Doesn't look comfortable. I mean, I play it. I've played it a ton over the years. Just never really like that. Maybe holding it that long and on these low of frets on the baritone. Yeah, it really does a number. And the string that I wrote that on, that muscle was so arched up. It's crazy. I mean, it's probably the worst it's been. But that also was the second time I played that today. I didn't notice it when I played it live. But it's with the adrenaline and distraction of the crowd and stuff. You don't really pay as much attention to that kind of stuff. It's kind of like, for me, when I used to hunt more often, I would never notice the loudness of the gun when I would shoot at something in the woods. But I'd always hear it when I was practicing, target practice. This goes to show how powerful focus is. All right, we've got one more for today. And I managed to squeeze this one in this morning. I guess it was this morning too. This is This Fire. He wrote a note that said I'm over it. Then he just crumpled it. Out the door he went hopefully. Gonna pummel this life until it takes me a little higher. I'm older now, and I can't afford to wait to put out this fire that the world won't let me burn. found him with a gun, and just as he loaded it, his life was streaming down his face. Incompatible dreams had eroded it. He couldn't agree it was his place. Take me a little higher, I'm lonely now, but this was the last chance I could take to put out this fire that the world wouldn't let me burn. Put out this fire. I know I say favorite about everything, but that one, from a songwriting perspective, is one of my favorite. I feel like that captures an idea so well. I really like it for that reason. Only caught the tail end, but sounds very good, homie. I appreciate that. Welcome in. The VOD will be there, obviously, if you want to check out more. But I stream every day if you want to pop in next time. Tomorrow actually will be a songwriting stream, but I'll get back to my normal times on Monday. I was just thinking, so I played all those songs this morning at the gig, and it took me 45 minutes. I was worried I was going to run out of songs. Like I put extra on there, thinking that it'd be more than enough based on what happens, on stream. But I guess I just talk more on stream because I burned through those. But yeah. Well, appreciate you stopping in and saying hi. I'm glad you liked it. Hope I see you around. Normally I'm live a lot earlier in the day than this, but I had a gig at a market this morning. So. I had the Discord notice several times, but did not notice until today that you had made a new channel for music. So glad. Nice. Sweet. Cool. I'll see you then. Yeah, I've been really trepidatious with how I do things this time around with streaming. And it's slow. It's very, very slow, but I've just been a lot happier with the process. And yeah, I just fell into some, I don't know, things that mess with my mind that I never could get straightened out. And that was always why I kept struggling with streaming. But let's find somebody to raid. So normally I've just been going to my For You thing, and I go to the first live channel. And that for me is this person. So we're gonna go see someone called Mamita24. And yeah, I know raid message or any of that kind of thing. I basically just peace out. I'll usually say something, but I don't like hanging around after the raids, even though it's sort of necessary for networking and all that. But later, yeah, you as well. See you later. So we're gonna head over there, and like I said, I'll be live in the morning for the songwriting. Hopefully get some good ideas this week. But if not, I'll write bad ideas. So yeah, let's go say hi to Mamita and little mama, and see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out. Bad idea. Yeah, catch up. Yeah, it'd be awesome. But if not, it's fine. I stream all the time. Easy to take for granted.